Hey guys, so this time I'm going to introduce a draw component that replaces all the old ways that we would have to use to draw the geometry in bit by bit. And this time it's just a single component that you can use to draw anything. And that's quite nice because you don't need to think about different kinds of geometries. You can just plug it in and see the result on your screens. So let's just start with these examples that I have here on the canvas. And first we can just draw, of course, the um, point of 0, 0, 0. And if we do that, you see a small dot here on the coordinate center. Um, the next thing, of course, is, for example, a spiral that produces a list of points, so 400 points. So you'll see that this is a result. And then we have things like lines, and you see the result here in 3D space as well. So another thing, just logically going through complexities, is the polyline with 3 points. So if we draw that, we see the polyline. And if we go further, we can draw a curve. This is a verb NURBS curve that goes through 5 points. And voila, this is a result. Looks quite nice. A red curve. Another thing is then the surfaces, so the NURBS surface, and we have this cone that I've prepared. And this is just a surface, it's not a solid, so it has just no volume, but it has a surface area. And that also comes from the verb. So now we go to the JS CAD meshes, and this one is just a geodesic sphere that we can draw. So this is a geodesic sphere. We can control its frequency here. Like click to play, and it's redrawing the mesh. So you can find that under JSCAD 3D solids. Here you see all kinds of things that you can pick up. So elliptic cylinder, for example, if you want to know how it looks like, just drop it to this component and you'll see the result. Yeah, another thing is JSCAD offers you ways to merge geometries, join them. So this is an operation on 3 geodesic spheres that are created on top of 3 points. It's 3 center points, and they are chain hulled into a single solid. And we can draw that and see how that looks like. So this is the result. So you can imagine that there was one sphere here, another sphere here, and a third one there, and the algorithm just created a single solid for all of them. And Babylon.js, of course, is doing a nice job of those PBR materials here. Yeah, so this is JSCAD, and JSCAD is based on meshes and triangulated kinds of geometries. Then we have OCCT kernel here in bit by bit, which allows us to create brep type solids. So this one here is a brep solid, and by default, if you click play, you'll see that it's filleted box. That's what it is, and this is how it looks like. But what you can do, of course, is use options for those geometries. So we have 3 basic options. So for the basic geometries like points, lines, and meshes, we can use this one. So let's just do that first. So I'll just put a curve that we used through points, and I'll just change some basic options for it. So let's make it yellow. Let's make a size of 10. so it would be a bit heavier. And if we do that, you see that it's being drawn here. Another thing is, of course, you can control opacity. So if we do 0.5 and draw it, you'll see a curve here that is transparent. So going back to the OCCT geometry, that's quite heavy, and for OCCT we have a basic option types here with this component. You can't use this one as it requires some additional options. So you may want to draw the edges for solids that are real edges of a B representation, not of some mesh interpretation of the edge. You may want to draw the indexes of those edges, and you may also need a face ID, for example, if you are picking the face from the solid or doing something like that. So I'll just do also here a transparent object. Probably want edges to be white, and I guess edge width can be just 4, for example. And if I play now, you see the geometry is being created. It's exactly the same geometry as before, but now with color blue, and the edges are a bit thicker. And it's easy to just change those. So if you, for example, want more smooth geometry, you can increase the precision here. Click play again. Probably 2 was a better number for edge. And this is how it sort of works. You can also just drop the box itself, so not the fillet variant of it, and you'll see that it also just creates a box before the fillet. Yeah, another thing that you can use to draw in bit by bit is a tag. So this is a text tag component, and if you do that, it just creates a text on the screen in 3D. And what's nice about it is that's DOM element, and you can then copy paste it, and that's just helpful if you're doing some 3D tagging in coordinate space for some information. You can change color, of course, of the tag. So let's make it yellow. You can change where it is. You can put it on 0, 1, 0. If you play again, you'll see that the text is here, and maybe it's nice to just do this hello world and click play, and let's see what happens. So now this hello world text just hangs on 0, 1, 0 coordinate in the world space, and you can just copy paste it if you need to the email or something. So I guess I went through maybe not all the things that you can do in bit by bit or that you can create, but these pretty much represent a big majority of objects that you can create. And even if you do something like flat shapes in OCCT, for example, a face, so if you create a circle face, you can also drop it to draw, and that's gonna create a circle here. But yeah, just try it yourselves, play around with it, do some operations, extrusions, and see for yourself that this is quite helpful. And yeah, in later videos I may explain a bit more about what other components here are used for and how this works. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's gonna be useful somehow. So let's see each other in the next videos. Bye.